Hey, what's going on, everyone? Dan the Glassman here, and we are live here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Right behind that telephone pole there is the red or green Rainbow Ryder balloon. That's their new one, red or green, flying through right there. I believe they may actually try to land just right down the way. There's a place over here called the Pit, and I believe they're probably going to land just right down the street. I don't think I'll be able to walk down there fast enough to be able to get to it. But these balloons, oh look, there's our friend right there. There's Alfred's balloon. That's the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center balloon right there, flying south, really far south. We're actually really close to the airport. We're just down here by Gibson, and yeah, there's lots of balloons in the sky today. Now, what I'm noticing is just above us here. So we've got the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center balloon right here. That's our friend Alfred. Alfred Salazar is the pilot there. And then the red and green balloon, I believe that one went down behind the pit right there, that building that you see just in the back. Now, if you notice, just ahead of us here, there are balloons coming straight down our way. If you look at the flag here on the pole, you can see which direction the wind is going in. It's pretty much a nice, gentle south breeze, due south, like, yeah. So these balloons right here that are up in the air, they're definitely coming this way. You know, if I take my time headed home right now, we'll be able to catch these balloons. And look, they actually did not land at the pit there where I thought they might land. They're gonna go, there's some fields that are just off by the freeways over here. So probably Alfred and his other, I guess it would say, you know, team member from the red or green balloon. These are all Rainbow Ryder balloons, guys. So if you guys are newbies to the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta, you can see there's a lot of balloons that are always up in the sky in the mornings here, and they fly people. They actually give public rides to people. So you got the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center balloon. I don't know if you can choose which balloon you want to fly in or not. I think maybe you just like make an appointment with the Rainbow Riders, and then they just get you on board with one of the balloons. But I think that one might have dropped down. I don't see it anymore. Behind the building, you still see Alfred out there. But yeah, I don't see the red or green balloon, so they may have dropped it down behind the pit over there. I know that there's a lot of open fields and stuff. All right, but yeah, there's a couple balloons that are still coming down from this way. I don't know if they're gonna head down this far. You know, they want to try to bring their balloons down before they get too close to the airport, because then they got to deal with a lot of regulations and things. Sorry, this is totally bopping around. Here, let me try to zoom out a little bit. It won't be so bumpy. So I'm walking here. Like, hey, I'm walking here. But yeah, you can see that balloon right there by the sign there. So I don't know. I think it's still in the trajectory off to a little bit of ways to the west from us. The wind is still due south and real gentle. So yeah, the hot air balloons are probably going to be coming down this way, guys. So we might see something landing in our area. But oh, there's the red and green balloon right there above the building. So it's just hopping in and out right there, you see? So there's the red or green balloon right there. Let's see if we can get over here to a little bit better of a clearing Here, and I'll flip around my camera so that way you're not watching a bunch of bouncing around over here. So yeah, if you guys are newbies to the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta, to the whole ballooning world, Albuquerque is known for having what is called the box. The box is basically where balloons, when they take off, usually they take off and get pushed due south. The lower winds on the ground level will be pushing one direction. So as you can see, the flag behind me there, it's still just getting blown due south. Not a heavy wind. It's not pushing the flag all the way out. So it's not a dangerous wind. Real nice and gentle. This morning's flight, probably an amazing flight for whoever's flying today. So like I said, we're known for the box here in Albuquerque. And the box, what it is you take off and you'll go south as you're launching. You know, you start floating this way, but as you get higher up in the air, then the direction will start pushing you back, and then you drop down, and then it'll start pushing you this way, and then you go up again, and it pushes you. And so it's called the box. So we got this thing called the box here, and that's why we're known for the Albuquerque, the International Balloon Fiesta, and why so many balloons fly here. Now, we've already seen, you got the red or green balloon over there, you got the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center balloon over there. That's all outfitted from Rainbow Riders. But in front of me, there's at least 5 more Rainbow Ryder balloons here coming up above this building here. Hold on. So let's see if we can zoom in. So you can see there's a 1, 2, and then lower there's 3, 4, and there's one even lower below them. So there's 5 of the Rainbow Ryder balloons right here. So these Rainbow Ryder balloons right now, outside of Balloon Fiesta, if you catch a ride right now, you know, you probably get a really affordable ride. I think they're only like between $200 to $300 per person to fly, and it's not a guaranteed length of flight. So you know, you're not going to like be paying like a 1-hour flight, 2-hour flight, or whatever. It's all dependent on the weather conditions, wind speeds, all kinds of variants. You know, whether there's clouds or not. We can fly in the rain still, but most pilots don't want to be dealing with wet material, wet balloons, having to pack it up, and you're dealing with mold and mildew and things like that. But yeah, these balloons, you know, if I walked that way, we could maybe catch them, but you can see they're getting closer here now. So this is Rainbow Riders. They are the largest public hot air balloon rides. They allow the balloons to, or they allow people to catch rides. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here because I'm debating, do I want to catch the bus right now? My bus is coming. Or do I want to film this? Because it's pretty cool to actually be able to see this and watch the balloons flying. I'm debating if, oh, that's not my bus, okay. I'm debating if I want to actually cut across and try to see them. Because I can go all the way down to University and I catch a different bus that way. But maybe we will. So there are at least 4, maybe 5 Rainbow Ryder balloons all in this vicinity. There's another balloon out there. So you've got 5, 6, then the 7, 8, the other 2 balloons that we were watching. There's at least 8 balloons up in the sky today. Now, I don't know if all of them are offering rides, but that's a lot of rides. The Rainbow Riders can actually hold like a dozen people at a time. So, you know, that's a few hundred people up in the air right now when you got like 7 different Rainbow Ryder balloons. And as you can see, we have a lot of towers, we got a lot of poles, got a lot of power lines. So the pilots have to be extremely cautious out here. You know, back in the day, back in the 70s when the Balloon Fiesta was just barely starting, about 51 years ago, there was hardly any development. You know, we had a couple places like, you know, uptown and downtown and old town, but we didn't have like the heights and all the stuff. And like where the balloons are launching now, like there was no development up there. You know, there was hardly any residential or anything. Now we got all kinds of telephone poles and wires, and they've actually been talking about moving the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta a little bit away from the city. And I'm like, where are you going to put it? Like way out in the Rio Puerco? Like where? I don't know where they would put us to, you know? So, you know, I really know that by the time I walk over there, those balloons are already going to be down and completely far away from where I'm going to be. As you can see, there's only 2 up now. Remember, we just counted 5. So that means the balloons, a few of them probably found a couple little spots to land. So Rainbow Riders, like I said, they offer rides outside of Balloon Fiesta throughout the year for, I would say, like between like $150 to $300 per person. And then you get a flight. Like today is an amazing flight. If you flew today, you got your money's worth. That's for sure. If you flew today, you got your money's worth. Because it's a beautiful day. Slow south winds carrying you all the way from the northern end of Albuquerque where the Balloon Fiesta is. And that's not where they launch from. They actually launch from their corporate office area somewhere out there. I actually don't know where they launch from, because they could launch from way north on Jefferson, which is near the Balloon Fiesta Park. But they could also be launching from the west side. But we've only got 2 balloons in the sky now, guys. And these guys are about to land. So as you can see, I'm trying to get to this light right here. And then I was going to walk down, but by the time I get down all the way to where those lights are, way over there, that balloon is already going to be landed. Both of them. So there's no way that I'm going to be able to chase while walking. Had I had my bike, that would have been something different. So let's talk about Balloon Fiesta. So Balloon Fiesta starts this Saturday. Opening day officially is Saturday, but we do have I think it's called Balloons Aloft. And Balloons Aloft is where they actually will get different balloon pilots to go to different schools. Mostly, I think, elementary schools. I don't think they do middle school or high school. I think it's for the elementary schools. And they'll set up balloons at different schools and launch them. Some will just stay stagnant, or what we call static. And they'll do a static burn where they just stand up the balloon and they won't leave the ground. And then some will actually fly away from the schools, and then you'll be able to see a really awesome show up close and everything. The kids love it. So see, there's that balloon right there. This is where I'd walk down the street to try to catch it. There's no way I'd be able to catch this balloon right now, because it's about to cross the street as I am, and I gotta walk a whole nother mile down that way. But it does look like it's landing. Here, we'll just stay right here for a minute while we're waiting on our bus. We'll try to capture this balloon crossing the road here. So this is a typical Rainbow Ryder balloon in the yellow fashion with the like the reds and blues and purples, I think. So most of their balloons look like this here. And they all look pretty identical except for the new red or green balloon. Or is it red and green? Because some of us like Christmas. And then, wow, and you see that other balloon. Oh, it's behind the tree there. That other balloon is actually catching up. So it caught a quicker wind than the one that's in front right here. You see now they're lifting up, so they're thinking maybe we'll put it down. Like, nah, let's keep on going. They're probably gonna go land where Alfred was leading all the rest of the crew to. But let's see, so you got the one balloon crossing the road. Another balloon should be coming across right now too. Here it comes. So we'll see, are they gonna put it down? Or are they just gonna float over the pit as well? Oh. And there's my bus right there actually. So I don't know if I might have to wait a little while for it to come back around. So yeah, there you see they're like on the same track, you guys. They basically following each other this morning. They've come a long way from the north. All right, so if you want to catch rides during Balloon Fiesta, I've heard they're already sold out. Now, I have also heard that they fly people standby. So you can go to the Balloon Fiesta Park every morning, pay to get in, pay your tickets, pay your parking, and then you can try to catch a hot air balloon. But these you know, it's not guaranteed that someone's going to cancel their flight, but you might be able to jump on. Like if two people don't make it, if they're stuck in traffic and they didn't plan out properly to get on field at a certain time to actually get in the balloon, well, then there'll be people that are waiting on standby so they can jump in and catch their ride. Oh, look, there's another one. So there's a third one over there too. So they're all in that same line. There may be a couple more. We did count 5, and right now I only see 3 of the yellow Rainbow Riders. But they could be just low, down, flying like through the trees. We call it tree topping, where you fly your basket just right over the treetops. And then you basically like trim some branches off the top with the basket. It's pretty interesting. So yeah, there's 3 Rainbow Riders still up, guys. I'm just gonna keep on walking here, but let me get to an opening and I'll try to zoom in on this balloon here. We got to get around the tree. All right, there it is. Let me flip this around for you. All right, so there's another Rainbow Ryder balloon, guys. All right, so like I said, if you want to catch a flight from the Balloon Fiesta Park, number 1, it's sold out already. Number 2, they do offer standby flights for individuals who want to fly, but it's not their day to fly or they don't have a ticket purchased yet. If someone doesn't make it to their flight because of traffic or because of whatever reason whatsoever, then they'll have to, you know, they'll just fill in the space real quick with someone else. All right, that balloon's now gone under the tree. We can't chase it anymore. So right now we're big. We go chase our balloon down. So you have to kind of know, like, you're watching the wind speed. You're seeing, okay, they're all coming this way. They're all coming this way. So we need to then, if we're chasing, we got to go down the road that way and turn that way and try to get in front of the balloon. But then you allow the balloon to land in front of you. Because you never want to park in front of the balloon and then have the balloon come sliding into you as it's coming down. Oh, there it is right there. Down the street. So it looks like they're bringing it down right there. You can see how low it's going. So yeah. So the other thing is, okay, so Rainbow Ryder rides are sold out for Balloon Fiesta. And you have to fly standby, which means you have to get on the field every morning, whether you know you're going to fly or not. So you got to pay the money to get in. You got to pay for parking. You got to get there every morning because you don't know. You may be able to get in line before anyone else because it's first come, first serve at that point also. And I'm sure there's other people trying to fly standby. So then at that point, you know, you get in or you don't. If you miss it, then you try again the next day and the next day. But right now, all Rainbow Ryder rides, I believe, are already sold out. So the next best thing to do would be to try to crew with the balloon team and actually get on a chase crew, so you can get in the van, you can get up front and close and personal, and chase around the balloon with the team. You're not going to get a flight. I mean, it'd be very blessed if you were able to come out crewing one day and then the pilot offers you a free flight. That would be pretty astronomical. Now you better go get yourself a lottery ticket if that ever happens. So, the tickets though, if you were able to purchase tickets before they were sold out, these flights are like between $500 and $900, like close to $1,000 per person. That's one ticket, and there's no guarantee how long you're gonna fly. 30 minutes, 45, an hour, 2 hours. There's no guarantee on that $900 flight or whatever. So I'm like, oh my gosh, it's ridiculous how some people will take, like, you know, take their friends, take their family, you know, take several people. They're spending like $2,000 on a balloon flight, and they don't even know if they're gonna fly for 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. You know, 3 hours is very rare, especially for balloon riders like Rainbow Riders. That's pretty rare to do a 3-hour flight, but I'm sure they have. So, but other than that, you guys, Balloon Fiesta starts this Saturday. Friday, they're going to do Balloons Aloft, which is balloons launching from the elementary schools around town. I don't know specifically which balloons are going to be flying from around town and stuff. And let's see, Saturday's opening day. Then we fly through all the week, you know. Thursday is Special Shapes Day. I have heard that there will be no park and ride available for Special Shapes Day on Thursday. So that means that it's gonna be, there's gonna be traffic. There's gonna be so many people trying to get in. There's gonna be a lot of people disappointed because they're not gonna wake up at 3 a.m. and get on the road right away, thinking, oh, it doesn't start till like 5 or 6 in the morning. The balloons don't really get up till like 6 or 7. They're like, no, you need to get out there like 2 or 3 hours beforehand to make sure that you can get through all the traffic, or you'll miss the whole thing. And especially on Thursday, they're not offering any park and ride for any individuals, and thousands of people use that. So I don't know what happened or why they're not offering it this year. You would think they made plenty of money in the previous years to continue to offer it, to be able to acquire the buses that they needed. If I've been hearing that it's because they're using school buses and the schools need them. And like, well, what happened in previous years? They've been able to afford it, or somehow pay off the schools, or somehow the schools are able to lend them out. Maybe there's not as many buses on the road anymore. Maybe they haven't repaired them, things like that. So I'm not sure. But just let you guys know, Balloon Fiesta starts this weekend, this Saturday, except Friday is an unofficial first day of ballooning. Although, like today, you know, or it's Wednesday, and we got how many? Like close to 10 balloons already up in the air. This is an everyday thing here in Albuquerque. But I think with that being said, I've told you guys plenty of what to do, how to get there early enough. Make sure you get there early. Come find us. We're flying every morning for dawn patrol. That means we go up in the air at 6 a.m. We're on field by 5 a.m. So if you want to see us working and on the field and everything, well then you need to catch us by, like, you got to be on the field at like 4 a.m., 4:30. You need to be like trying to park at 4:30. So you got to be on the road by like 3:30 to get through all the traffic and to make sure that you get on field to catch a dawn patrol. Now, dawn patrol is its own separate event during or right before the Balloon Fiesta official opening every day. They do they do the national anthem, right? And everyone does a national anthem. We pay tribute to that. Then they launch the balloon of the day, which I think they have a different balloon every day, which represents the U.S., the American flag, and it launches up. And then we have a second balloon that goes, which launches with the New Mexico Zia symbol flag. And so that's when Balloon Fiesta officially starts every morning, is when they have that, they do the national anthem and launch those two balloons. But Dawn Patrol takes off right before them. That happens at that happens at like 6:37 a.m. We're already up in the air at 6 a.m. We're already up for an hour at that point. So Dawn Patrol, what's special about Dawn Patrol is that it's before the sunrise. So we're in the dark. We're working in the dark. We got headlamps on to see what we're doing. You know, there's no other crews that are working in the dark like we do. Then we launch the balloon when the sun's not even up yet. So we're still going up in the dark, which means we are the only actual balloon glow in the sky every morning. We're the only balloons that actually fly during the dark hours, but then the sun comes up, so then we get, then the ground is lit up so we can see where we can land. If not, that's why balloons don't fly at night, because you can't see power lines, you can't see all of the poles and everything, the telephone poles, power lines, all the things sticking out. So you got to make sure that you have all of that. You got to have your visual. So that's why we fly only during the day. A lot of people ask, why don't the balloons go up during the night balloon glows? And it's like, well, they never have. They never will, because of that, the danger of it. Now, there may be some other places in open country, open fields, there's no poles or anything like that, where they might fly during the evenings. But for us, Dawn Patrol, we set up at 5 a.m., launching by 6 a.m. We are the only balloons that officially fly in the darkness. So you get an actual balloon glow in the sky from Dawn Patrol. So we're dedicated to waking up at like 3 a.m. every morning, meeting up with our crew by 4 a.m. so we can all load up in the chase span by 4:20. And there's no significance there. That's just the time we need to go. So I got to be smoking before 4:20 every morning. And then we get out there to the field by 5 a.m. We start unloading everything at 5 a.m. We have an hour to get the balloon ready to go. And by 6 a.m. we either have the go or the no. So we can either fly or we can't fly at that point. And then we basically are like the guinea pigs for the rest of for the rest of the whole event that day. So then all the other balloon pilots can see which direction we're flying, the wind speeds that we're flying in, how rough the landings may be, or if it's just going to be a beautiful, gentle flight for the day. So we are like, you know, we're the daredevils, we're the stunt doubles. Well, I don't know about doubles, but we're the stunt guys. We're the ones who bring the action before the action even occurs. So Dawn Patrol is a very important part of Balloon Fiesta, but for some reason they haven't made it officially a part of Balloon Fiesta, which I find kind of strange. Because it'd be cool if they did the whole Star Spangled Banner and everything for us, and then we opened up the show. Dawn Patrol opening event every morning. But no, they push it back till 7 a.m. and then they do like the Krispy Kreme donut or balloon of the day. I think that's what it is. Maybe Krispy Kreme is just a balloon of the day because they're one of the major sponsors. We get to eat a lot of donuts that week. So I'm going to put on like 20 pounds. I'll become as big as a balloon. Man, this bus never came. That's not the bus. All right, well, I'm going to let y'all go because I don't see any more balloons in the sky here, guys. And I really want to save my battery now. So with that being said, make sure that you subscribe. Like this video if you like it, but be sure to subscribe, because if you want to get the action on the ground, on the field every morning, and I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to be live every morning, that's why it's best that you subscribe. You get all the notifications on when I go live, and that way you can see the action on our balloon Polar Dawn, and us flying during Dawn Patrol. And usually, I mean, I can't say with 100% certainty, but usually every year I get to go up in the balloon at least once, if not twice. So hopefully this year I'll be taking you guys up in the air with me again, if I have enough battery and memory and all that stuff, and if signal works. You know, I don't know how good signal is up in the air. I guess it might be better since we don't have any interference, or closer to the satellites. So I think YouTube Live should work, will work. Usually I go live from Facebook, but this year we're gonna do it all right here at the Glassman's World. So thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon. We'll see you Saturday, opening day. Have a good one.